Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I am Mac the Giants fan, stepping in for our guy Mitch Koski, who couldn't make it this morning. Here joining me this morning on the Hardcore Sports Morning Show is my guy Cool Cat. How you doing, brother?
Hanging in there, man. Hanging in there. Blessed to see another football Sunday.
I'm glad you are, because all I want is this season to be over with.
Yeah, man.
It's in the end.
My question to you is how you doing?
Oh my goodness gracious! It's been a rough couple of weeks, man. It's been a rough season, but these last couple of weeks have been absolutely hit. Just keep finding ways to hit all time lows with this football team right now. I just can't figure them out. And we'll be talking about him, obviously. He's on the topic list, so we'll be talking about him in a little while. But I guess we'll just get right on into it, man. I ask you, man, who were your winners for last week, man?
Winners from last week, you gotta say, the winners. First of all, is of course the Philadelphia Eagles. You gotta say the Detroit Lions, and you gotta say I'll say the Pittsburgh Steelers. And those are my winners. What about you?
Yeah, I actually agree with all those. I think the Lions they're winner every week. I feel like that team is just steamrolling people. But I agree with the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm tell you why. I know it sounds weird coming from a Giants fan, but the Eagles got a bit of a rocky start this season. They was a little kind of shaky. People didn't know exactly what they really were, but they're starting to really assert themselves now. The offense is cooking, like it's absolutely cooking now, man. Everybody's rocking and rolling. I mean, Jalen Hurts is finding his guys. He got Dallas Goedert back in the lineup. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, they've been killing it all season. And so that they really got that offense really, really cooking now. But the defense, on the defensive side of the football, they're starting to put some things together as well, man. Like I'm still not all the way convinced hold on that defense for the long run, but they've definitely come around. They're definitely getting better each and every week, and they're starting to make some plays, and they're starting to get some. Like that was a big win last Thursday night, and what was a showdown game in the NFC East against the Washington Commanders. And the Eagles came out on top. They got off to a slow start in that game as well. But once you got to the second half and the fourth quarter of that game, they just really put their foot on Washington's throat. So I got to give it to the Eagles. Starting to really come around. I think they moved up to where I think they had a clear-cut, at least second best team in the conference right now to the Detroit Lions. I think they kind of have drawn that line now where they are definitely the second best team in the conference. So give it up to the Eagles, man. And like you said, the Steelers also, I mean, they took the L on Thursday night this past week, but last week they won a big game against the Baltimore Ravens in their division, man. And that was a huge win for them to really kind of jump to the top, be at the top of that division all by themselves. And I think that team, I think even though they're coming off of an ugly loss on Thursday night, I think that's definitely a solid team. Like I said, the Lions are definitely they're winners every week, so I agree with that. They're just blowing teams out each and every week. And I look to see them do the same this week as well. But all right, that's our winners, man. So who you got for who do you got for losers?
The losers. Man.
Look, you can go ahead and let me have it, man.
I would have to say, man, that's hard. But if I got to choose, I got to say everyone in the NFC East. I mean, the Commanders lost. They had an opportunity to win, but missed opportunities from Jayden Daniels. I think he's hurt. The Cowboys getting blown out again by the dang on Texans. And the fact that you guys benched Daniel Jones and now he's gone, and now y'all got to deal with the Buccaneers today, and what happened to y'all? You gotta say the whole NFC East. Because I don't know who else is the biggest loser. What up, Mitch?
So I do. I mean, I agree. The NFC East right now is kind of starting to reel a little bit. Like I said, the Eagles are starting to kind of take full control of that division, even though Washington is still obviously right there in the thick of things.
Right.
But the Cowboys and Giants, they're an absolute joke right now, and they're. I feel like those teams are both clearly out of even the discussion of any competing in the NFC East division the rest of this season. So for me, look, I'm just gonna dive right on in, man. Look, it's the New York Giants. Only the New York Giants can find a way to be the biggest loser on their bye week. I mean, this team is an absolute disgrace right now.
Oh, right. Y'all was on your bye week last week. My bad.
Absolutely, we were on a bye week last week, and yet we still find ourselves being the biggest loser. Everything that's come out, the way they handled the situation, look, obviously, I'm okay with them benching Daniel Jones, but the way they handled things afterwards, after the fact, it was just sloppy, and it was a disgrace, man. It's gonna make who's gonna want to come and play for the New York Giants? Who's gonna want to come and play for the New York Giants after stuff like that, with things like that going on? What's going on, Philly Sports Rap, man? Thanks for popping in, bro.
Hey, what up, fellas, man? Sorry about the background up here. I'm out eating. I had to go visit mom, holiday time, man. But wanted to hop on with y'all boys today.
Bro.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. We
definitely good seeing y'all, though.
Good seeing you too, man. Salute to everybody, man. We got Vic in the chat. We got John in the chat. Salute to everybody for popping in, man. We know it's last minute, but salute to everybody.
Yeah, definitely. So what's going on, Gregor, man? Yeah, no doubt though, man. The Giants, to me, they're just absolute losers all across the board. Philly Sports, you just got in, man. I don't know if you want to give your winners and losers for last week before we move on to the next topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was catching the tail end of what y'all was saying, but yeah, man. I think the Giants are disappointing me, man. Right now, it's hurting and embarrassing our NFC East because I don't understand what they're doing and how you go about handling that. They paid that man all that money just to cut him. So y'all might as well pay Saquon. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. But I'm moving on to this week, man. Y'all go ahead and we get it rolling.
All right.
Absolutely, man. Look, I think we can just go, and that just takes us right into the next topic, man. The next topic, obviously, is the New York Giants released quarterback Daniel Jones this week. He asked for his release after being benched, which I think he was actually somewhat okay with. He would have been able to maybe handle that a little bit. Mm-hmm. But then they went on the next day in practice after benching him and having him at practice be the scout team safety of all things. You have your former starting quarterback be the scout team safety at practice. You bring in a guy, the old veteran Tim Boyle, and push Daniel Jones all the way down to not only did you bench him, you push him down to the fourth string quarterback and then had him playing scout team safety at practice, which I'm pretty sure that's what absolutely fueled Daniel Jones to walk into the owner's office, John Mayer's office, and respectfully ask for his outright release. Because it's one thing that you weren't happy with the guy's play on the field. It's another thing to just flat out disrespect him completely as a football player, as a man. And I think that definitely is what fueled him asking for his release. And the Giants are just a mess. I don't know. You want your opinion on the Daniel Jones, on them releasing Daniel Jones, Cool Cat?
Yeah, man. For me, it's like Daniel Jones, he should have been. He's not good. He's not Eli Manning. He'll never be Eli Manning. I get why you drafted him because of Eli Manning, but he's not good. He hasn't played well since he became the starter of the New York Football Giants. I thought y'all had an opportunity last year to go draft after the whole, don't worry about Chad, the whole Paw Patrol stuff. Y'all had an opportunity last year to get a quarterback. You could have had Jayden Daniels. You could have had Caleb Williams. Could have had Bo Nix, Drake May, any of them. But instead, you kept Daniel Jones. And look at the season, man. The season wasn't looking good for him anyway. So, for me, it's like the fact, and they did him dirty. Let's be real. You benched him. You make him a safety. Then you turn him into a fourth stringer, and then they told him you're going to sit on the bench and hold the clipboard, to the point where he went up and he told John Mara he wants his release. And let's be real, this is all the fault of the organization, because you could have paid Saquon Barkley. You could have paid Saquon Barkley instead of Daniel Jones and put the franchise tag on him. But instead, you paid Daniel Jones, thought it would work because of one season, and now it's cost y'all. Now you got to go to the draft and hope that you get Shedeur Sanders. And my question to you is, do you think what quarterback do you want in the draft? Do you want Shedeur? Do you want these other quarterbacks in the draft? Do you want, what do you guys want in New York?
Need a fresh start in New York completely. And I mean, the Shedeur Sanders thing, I'm okay. I'm okay with the kids. I respect the kids' talent. I just don't. I think a lot of extra comes with him, though. Considering who his father is, and all those things. And I'm not sure if that would necessarily be the perfect move for the New York Giants, given the state of this team right now. I mean, there's some other good talent out there. I personally am a fan of Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward would come in and do nice things for this football team. I know the kid in Alabama had a rough day yesterday, man. So Milroe, he had a rough day yesterday, rough outing. But at the same time, I don't think one bad game, sours me completely from that kid. So, I mean, that's looking for, like I said, a fresh start. This has been 6 years of absolute just bad quarterback play for the New York Giants with Daniel Jones at the helm, man. I mean, people keep talking about this 2022 season. That really wasn't as great as people keep trying to make it seem. I mean, he only had 15 touchdown passes on the year. He was maybe his most efficient season as far as protecting the football and stuff like that. And we got to the playoffs and won a playoff game. And he played well in a lot of games that year. But it wasn't like it was some kind of great season. It damn sure didn't warrant the contract that he got. So I think the New York Giants really just screwed this up all across the board anyway. They kind of messed this up by investing in Daniel Jones, like you said. When you have a player like Saquon Barkley already in the building, and you decide that we're going to lowball Saquon Barkley and treat him like he's not the best player on the damn team. It all just blew up in the Giants. It's not even just Saquon Barkley. It's all the other good free agents that have walked away that have gotten paid. The Giants have gotten nothing for. Julian Love out playing good out there in Seattle at safety. I mean, Xavier McKinney out in Green Bay. Let all of these guys just walk away and got absolutely nothing for them. And that's part of what bothers me with the New York Giants as well, man. I mean, just this Daniel Jones thing is just, like I said, though, the thing that bothered me the most about him, though, like I said, it was just the treatment after the benching. Like, it's one thing that you bench the guy for his bad play. Totally fine with that because he needed to be benched. I was tired of watching what I was seeing every week from Daniel Jones on the field. But at the end of the day, this guy has been a dedicated New York Giant. He's come to work. He comes to work every day. You might not be getting the results that you want, but you're getting a guy that was coming to work every day. He was loyal to this team, and he took the beating. He took the beating. He took everything that anybody dished out to him. and just to disrespect him in such a way and have treat him like he was pretty much garbage. That to me is where that's the thing. That's the only thing that did bother me a bit about the whole situation was just you kicked the guy while he was already down. I mean, once you put him on the bench, and then this whole Tommy DeVito thing. I can go into the New York Giants.
Go ahead, man.
For hours right now because
you can go ahead. We ain't got that much time.
Because the whole thing, everything this team is doing right now, it's an embarrassment. This is supposed to be one of the gold standard franchises in the NFL, in the New York Giants. This is the 100th season of the franchise. It's supposed to be a big celebratory season. You had all kinds of things going on all year at the home games. A lot of appearances from the legends. You released the all-time top 100 countdown of the greatest New York Giants during the off season. Do all of these things building up to this season, and then this is the results we get. This is the football that we see on the field. And then you come out and you bench Daniel Jones, and you don't go to the number 2 guy on the depth chart. You leapfrog the number 2 guy on the depth chart and Drew Lock to start Tommy DeVito. And it's clearly just to put people in the seats at MetLife Stadium, because at this point, people were starting to just, season ticket holders selling their tickets to the away fans and whatnot, and nobody was coming out to see this football team anymore. Everybody was sick and tired of it. So now you go to this little ploy to put Tommy DeVito out there, and then you come up with these lame excuses talking about, well, he gave us some flashes last year and did this and he did that. Well, he didn't beat Drew Lock out in the offseason and in the preseason to be number 2 quarterback. He's been a number 3 quarterback all season. Drew Lock has been number 2 quarterback all season. So when you bench your starting quarterback, how do you then just go automatically to your 3rd string quarterback? You can't make it make sense. I'm not saying I want the Giants to be winning football games and messing up the good draft position that they have right now. But at the end of the day, what are you saying to the fans when you're clearly not putting the better quarterback out there to play, when you're not setting this team up to truly have their best chance of success, when you put the 3rd string Tommy DeVito out there? I mean, we're just finding reasons for people to keep continuously talk trash about this football team. You see the rants of Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp and all these other guys, man. And you know what? To be quite frank, people are trying to get attitudes with them and say they're out of line. They're not out of line. They're absolutely right. They're absolutely right in the things they've been saying. This team is a joke, man. This team has been a joke for the better part of this, for the last decade or so. This team has been an absolute joke, and it's sad to say, man, because this is not the football team that I grew up liking and loving. Like I said, I've seen the bad seasons. I've seen a lot of bad years. Sure, you can roll with that, but this has just been a bad era. I mean, we've now, since Tom Coughlin has left the New York Giants, we're on our 4th head coach since Tom Coughlin. And you're talking about less than 10-year time period. We're on our 4th head coach. And somebody did Joe Judge. What was that? Like, what was that? Joe Judge, Ben McAdoo. I mean, these guys are this has been rough, man.
Pat Shurmur.
And now Brian Daboll comes in. Yeah, Pat Shurmur. Pat Shurmur, who always knew was a good offensive mind, a good offensive coordinator, but we knew he was not going to be he was not a good head coach. But yet that's what the New York Giants did. They brought these kind of guys in, and then you bring Daboll in. He wins Coach of the Year, his rookie's first year as a head coach, and everybody's kind of on the thing and thinking, okay, maybe he's on something with Brian Daboll. But then these last 2 seasons have been just, I'm done. I want this guy to go out the door with Daniel Jones, man. Go hit somewhere with Daniel Jones and go be with them, and him and Joe Shane, kick them all. I mean, you got to get rid of all these guys. And the incompetence is bad. Everybody saw the Hard Knocks during the summer. Joe Shane, cocky, the handling of Saquon Barkley was absolutely ridiculous, man. To think that nobody was going to pay Saquon Barkley, a running back of that caliber. Like I said, we're sitting here pigeonholing these guys into position into what position they play and how they should be paid. And the reality is, all the teams are stupid for this. You pay a guy what they're worth to your team. It doesn't matter what position they play. What do they mean? What their value to your team? All this, he's only a running back, so he should only get this much money. No, Saquon Barkley is a special running back. He's not just some average run-of-the-mill guy. He's a special guy. Now we're watching him play for the division rival Philadelphia Eagles, hurdling over guys backwards and all kinds of craziness like that. Legitimately in the MVP race, not just offensive player of the year or not just, he's legitimately in the MVP race. So, and this is what the Giants let walk out the door because they didn't want to give him a couple of extra million, which is all he was asking for. You wanted to lowball him, and you wanted to pay Daniel Jones. I just don't get it. But Philly Sports Rap, man, what you got on this one, brothers?
Hey man, you said a couple things I really, really love. One was stop paying these guys by position, man. What is their value to you and their value on your team? Forget what position you play, because at the end of the day, it clearly showed right there without him how much harder it is for your team. So he's a player first more than just a position. You know what I'm saying? So I wish the NFL would kind of change that a little bit. I think that sucks. Then two, I felt like this before Daniel Jones. If I was on the Mara family before Jones got benched, I'm getting rid of the GM and the head coach. I'm following the same tracks as some of these other teams because apparently neither one of y'all can do y'all job properly. So we're going to start there from the top and then work our way down. That would have been my first move. And the just blatant disrespect, like you said, to move him all the way down near third and fourth string, and then you want him as a scout, as a safety? Man, I would have asked to get out too. Are you kidding me? That is blatant disrespect. But then the bigger picture is you're not looking at who's going to want to come to your team seeing this. How are you going to get free agents want to come in there? And then you're right. So much is going to come with Shedeur Sanders. Okay, let's say you don't win any games. All right, I'm going to tell you now. Deion is going to be behind Shedeur and Travis Hunter as far as guiding them. I wouldn't be surprised you see a Manning situation, how he didn't want his sons to play over with the Chargers at the time and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if you see that. Deion ain't letting Shedeur come over there if he can help it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be up to the NFL at the end of the day, but he's like, heck no, y'all a mess over there. Look what y'all doing. But it's crazy, man, just to see them, like you said, just go down like that because I grew up where Lawrence Taylor, the Giants, they was physical, they was tough, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, with the head coaches, Coughlin and all them, they was tough, you know what I mean? So how do y'all just go down like that? Marlon need to clean house, man. He just need to clean house, get them guys out there and get somebody confident. I wouldn't be surprised if they went after Bill Belichick. I mean, he comes from that tree with your man Parcells. So don't be surprised if you see that. Maybe that may entice somebody. But yeah, I agree with y'all wholeheartedly, man. Giants tripping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's like y'all went. It's like, and also this is why John Mara needs to do something with this organization as well, because y'all went from 27, y'all went to the Super Bowl. 2011, you went to the Super Bowl. To only going to the playoffs twice and winning one playoff game. Think about that. 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24. That's multiple seasons of not going to the playoffs. Think about that. The same New York Giants team that went toe-to-toe with the GOAT Tom Brady and beat him not once, but twice. Not going to the playoffs, but only 2 times. And the first time was against the Minnesota Vikings, who, let's be real, is not good. Man.
It's just that's the way it comes to. Like Brian Dable, clearly, whether they want to admit it or not, the locker room is lost, man. Nobody's believing in him anymore. Nobody's believing in what he's talking about. You see the offensive game plans each week. I've seen high schools with more intricate offensive game plans than the New York Giants right now at this point. So it to me it's just a bad look all across the board. And I'm really curious to see how they come out and call the game today. Because if I see Tommy DeVito out there throwing the ball deep all over the yard, and you're calling plays like that for Tommy DeVito, it's going to make me start to really believe that there was some sabotage involved anyway. Because clearly Brian Daboll, if you saw the Hard Knocks all summer, wasn't excited about Daniel Jones. I mean, let's face it. I mean, there was one episode where they asked a question: would you trade up for Jaden Daniels if we had an opportunity to trade up for Jaden Daniels? Would you? He without hesitation said yes. Like he didn't even think about it. So clearly he wasn't happy. He hasn't been happy with his quarterback situation. But then at the same time, that's who you got. And it's still up to you as a coach to still put together the best game plans possible to try to make this team succeed and make him succeed. And I feel like they haven't been doing that. Daniel Jones has a skill set. I mean, he's not a great quarterback by no means, but he has a skill set and he has things that he can do really well. And the good coaches would bring that out and utilize a lot more, like he did in 2022 with the play action and all that, with the play action and stuff like that, the RPO stuff that Daniel Jones does do really, really well. Where has that been this season? I get he's injury history and you're trying to preserve yourself from that injury clause Daniel Jones has. But to me, the way this season has been handled it's been terrible, man. And I'm hoping for something better to come, better days to come as next if we get into next season and stuff like that. Because it sucks that once again, here we are as the New York Giant, I'm a New York Giant fan, and the season is over before Thanksgiving. Already over.
Yeah.
Good morning, Miss Ronnie. How you doing?
Good morning.
Thanks for stopping in. And what's going on, Kenneth, man? Thanks for stopping in, brother.
Yeah, salute to everybody watching.
But this whole organization is messed up.
Yeah.
It's just messed up. It's a joke, man. So we've come to it's terrible. I don't really have much more to say about this team at this point right now, man.
Right.
I guess we can move on to the next.
I just wanted you to say something, Matt, because really, we wanted to, waste time, and I wanted to hear your perspective on the Giants team. So
it's bad, man. It's all bad. Nothing good coming out of it right now, man. Nothing good at all. Mm-hmm. But let's get to the next topic, man. Brock Purdy and Nick Bosa are out versus the Packers. The Packers. Is that who the 49ers is playing?
Yeah, they playing in Green Bay. You just said it. They playing in Green Bay Packers.
Playing in Green Bay. Yeah. Out versus the Packers. Are the 49ers done?
Yeah, man.
Wow. The 49ers. It's been a disappointment. Another disappointing team this year. But go ahead, Cool K. What you got on that?
Yeah. For me, I think they're done, man, because Brock Purdy's out. Bosa's out. I think Trent Williams is questionable. I'm watching Sunday NFL Countdown and NFL Good Game Day Morning right now. I think Trent Williams is questionable. I gotta see if he's out or not. But yeah, man, they're done because there is no way. It's gonna take a miracle for them to come back from this. And their schedule, don't they play Buffalo next week? Y'all let me know in the chat. I think they play Buffalo. There you go, my guy.
Yep. It sure do.
They're done. You got to deal with Green Bay.
In Buffalo, too.
They're done. That's all I'm going to say. They're done. You got to deal with Green Bay now and a prime time. And then you got to deal with the Buffalo Bills trying to get a number 1 seed. Yeah, man. All in all, they're done, man. They had an opportunity to get the Super Bowl from the Kansas City Chiefs. They failed, just like everybody else. And now they dealing with a Super Bowl hangover, man. So, yeah, they're done. They're done.
Yeah, I think they're.
Philly.
I think their window is starting to close up on them, man. Really quick too, because in a minute you get ready to have to pay Purdy. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's talking about that. They was already having a hard time with the salary cap last year already before paying Purdy. You know, when you had Ayuk and all of them trying to get paid. So Yeah, I think they actually might really be in trouble right now. Because you still got to look at the other teams in the NFC. I mean, it's possible for NFC West to get two teams in. It's possible for NFC East with the Commanders playing, looking at their schedule, and they're not about to chase down the Lions or Philly or anybody else that's up there. So they might be in trouble unless Minnesota start begins to falter, and then only the Lions getting out that division. But it ain't looking good for them right now. You're gonna have to go on a serious hot streak. You're gonna need some teams to lose.
Yeah, he just brought up a good point about Brock Purdy, man, and the fact that they're going to have to make a decision on him soon. And right now, they may have some serious issues to address. This team, their window has looked like it's definitely closing. I mean, the only thing right now that's even keeping their heads above the water a little bit is the fact that their division is so pretty much equal as far as the Arizona Cardinals leading the way in that division right now at 6-4.
Yep.
Everybody else being 5-5. So that's the only thing even keeping them a little bit.
Yeah.
What you've seen on the field from this football team is just not the 49 team we expected. They've been one of the bigger disappointments this season, I think. Coming into this, people thought a lot that it was, in the NFC conference, particularly. You got Lions, Eagles, Cowboys, 49ers, pretty much thought were the cream of the crop of this conference. And you got two of those teams right now that have really been struggling and have been two of the bigger disappointments in the league this season. So this 49 team really needs to figure out a way to get things together because their schedule, like you said, is doing them no favors right now. Green Bay, a tough game against Green Bay today. They're going to have a tough one against Buffalo next week, and they'll still have some of their divisional matchups to deal with going down the stretch here. So this 49 team better figure it out. Better figure something out because right now they are looking like they're kind of cooked. Right now, the injuries just keep piling on with this football team. I mean, CMC, they got CMC back, but still probably not quite all the way 100%. You got Deebo Samuel that's always nicked up and banged up. Lost Ayuk for the year already. It's just been.
I just
been rough.
Deebo for
the rough go at it.
Yeah,
been a rough go at it for the Niners team, man.
They don't look the same. You're right, bro.
They definitely not, man. But let's get ready to move it along real quick, man. What's the next we got up next? Next up, we got thoughts on the Steelers and Browns from Thursday night, man. How y'all feel about that game Thursday night in the snow, man?
Man, that is so funny because I was telling one of the guys at work, man, he's a Steelers fan. And I was like, bro, I said, I don't mean no harm, but for the Steelers do something, I always think with any team, man, it starts with your division, man. You got to be able to get wins and beat the teams in your division because if you break it even with them, you still, it's going to hurt you and you'll see them come these playoffs. And it seems like that North is brutal, man, because it seems like nobody can just clean sweep. Either the Ravens or somebody always losing. And they had Jameis Winston coming in, or they went into Cleveland and Jameis Winston showed out and beat them. I think the Steelers are still missing some key pieces, man. I don't think they're all the way there. Their defense is what got them where they are. And every year it always keeps them in. I think that's why Tomlin don't end up with a losing record. Is their defense that keep them in there, but when it comes to the playoffs, they ain't gonna be able to get over the hump, bro. They're not gonna be able to get over the hump. They need a quarterback. Russell Wilson is doing what he can, but they definitely need a quarterback and some more targets on the outside or some help with their O-line because somewhere they're lacking somewhere, man. I know quarterback, but I don't think they have enough to get over the hump, and that sucked that they lost to those Browns. I don't know if it was just from a physical game with the Ravens, short week, if that all played a factor into it. But if you look at Russ' numbers, he ain't do that bad that game. It's just, I don't know, man. I can't call it, but they might get in the playoffs, but I don't see them going too far.
Cool, Cat, what you got on the game Thursday? All right. Well, Thursday night. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. What I was saying. I mean, the Steelers team. It's like they're just missing something.
Yeah, y'all.
Something
For
seems to be.
me, yeah. Let me say this quick, and then I'll hand it back to you. For me, the fact that the Cleveland Browns won that game, man. Listen, the Steelers got themselves a good defense, but Russell Wilson, man, I gotta see some more from him. But yeah, congratulations to Cleveland. I'm with you, Philly. I need to see more from Russell Wilson, man, and the Browns too. I need to see some more from this team, but that's my thoughts.
Well, the Browns, to me, we were talking about the 49ers and Cowboys or whatever, the last topic, but to me, the Browns have been the biggest disappointment this season. I think coming into this year, most people had the Cleveland Browns thinking they were going to be a competitive football team competing in the AFC North division, and thought they were coming in with that rock solid defense and they were going to be able to take through some, make some noise out there. And to be quite frank, they are one of the worst teams in football this year. So the fact that they went out there on Thursday night in prime time and got a win over the first place Pittsburgh Steelers, it tells you about some of the deficiencies of the Philadelphia Steelers as well. I mean, Pittsburgh Steelers as well. I mean, this team, they lack something in its offensive firepower. I mean, what they can do, they do a lot of great things on the defensive side of the football, but offensively, this team still seems to be challenged. They don't have the consistent run game that they need. Najee Harris, I mean, in this game, what was Najee Harris numbers? 16 carries for 41 yards. That's just not going to get it done, man. They need a lot more. They need a lot more consistency out of Najee Harris. Need a lot more from him. And defensively, man, they got to protect Russell Wilson a lot better, man. I mean, Cleveland was getting after it in this game. Russell Wilson took hits in this game that I was just like, oh my God, I thought surprised he was even able to get himself back up off the ground, off the field. So I wouldn't completely panic if I was a Steelers fan, but I think you hit on the head on the nail. I think where this team may find a way to win their division and get into the playoffs, I don't think they have what it takes to have a legitimate playoff run. They just don't stack up to the better teams in this league. I don't think. I just don't see it. I don't see them going out there and giving Kansas City posing much of a threat to the Chiefs or Buffalo or even maybe even a team like Houston right now. You know what I mean? I just don't see them posing much of a threat to some of those teams that are better teams in the AFC conference right now. And I know they got the big win against Baltimore a week ago, but you need to see a lot more from this Pittsburgh Steelers team, man. So that game, I mean, yeah, maybe some people are trying to blame the weather, but both teams are playing in that same messed up weather, so you can't really put anything on that. I mean, Cleveland, Nick Chubb, looked good to see Nick Chubb getting in the end zone a couple of times, getting his legs back underneath him a little bit. But that team's been a big disappointment, and Pittsburgh definitely had no business losing this football game. It's not really an excuse. They should have went out there and took care of their business and really gave themselves a little bit more of a cushion on Baltimore in this division. They had an opportunity, and they didn't take advantage of it. So that's really all I got on that. I guess that was going to bring us straight to the Pick'ems section, man. Pull the thing up. What am I doing? Sorry, give me 1 second. All right, and I guess we can go down our picks real quick. Start off with a divisional matchup in the NFC North. We got the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Cool Cat, who you got?
Give me the Minnesota Vikings.
All right, who you got, Philly Sports Rap, in this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings, man. The Bears, they ain't got it together yet. They don't have the right stuff around. The quarterback kind of sucks. I had to pick him up this last minute for my fantasy squad today because wasn't nobody else out there worth picking up. With Purdy going down and them Burrow on the bye, I'm like, man, this is gonna be an ugly week for me. But Yeah, I'm gonna go with Minnesota. Should help them out, and that's going to further uh, hurt San Fran chances because you got another team that's getting up another game up on you, especially if they don't beat Green Bay today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you guys here. I like the Vikings, obviously, in this one. I mean, it's in Chicago on the road, divisional matchup, but Chicago's been way too up and down. Caleb Williams, he's had some moments, some flash moments. He's flashed a few times this season, but it hasn't been consistent whatsoever. I wouldn't hit the panic button on him yet, though. Overall, as a fan, I think the kid definitely has what it takes. This is been a rookie year, and things haven't really fully come together for the Chicago team. I think Minnesota took care of business in this one. Got the Detroit Lions going to Indianapolis, taking on the Colts. The Detroit Lions, to me, are the best team in football, in my opinion. I think it's not even up for debate, honestly, at this point. But who you got in this one, Cool Cat?
Give me Detroit.
All right. Philly Sports Rap. Who you got, bro?
Yeah, it's not even an argument here. Everybody with Detroit, man, and they do look like the best team in the league, man. It hurt hearing you say that, because it's just crazy. It's like we all going by what we're seeing. You can't even look at the records. Yeah, they got only one game, one more loss than us, but they just look so damn dominant on that field, offense and defense wise, bro. It's hard to argue with you on that as much as I would love to, but they the only team I see that's been consistent all year. I mean, Chiefs is up and down, like you said. They're struggling to get their offense going. But Detroit, shoot, they down there could put up 50 points almost every week, and they get ready to put up another 50 probably today.
Exactly.
That's where I'm at with it right now with this team, man. I hear like they're just really good. It's not even just that they're winning; it's the way they win. I mean, I think this team put up 50 twice this season now already, I think. And I'm a New York Giant fan, and my team can't even score 30 points in the game. And I'm watching this team score like 40, 50 points. And it's just, their offense is just incredible, man. Their defense is good enough. I mean, so it's not a great defense, but it's a good enough defense considering the amount of points. You got to put up a lot of points to beat this Detroit Lions team. And I don't think the coach can do it. So I got to go Detroit here. All right. Got another divisional matchup in the AFC East. The New England Patriots traveling down the South Beach, taking on the Miami Dolphins, man. Who you got in this one, Cool Cat?
Give me the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
All right, who you got? Philly?
Oh, man. Bruh. Miami, I'm going to pick Miami. However, bro, don't be surprised if they don't win. Because one thing I can say about the Patriots, their offense is holding them back. They be playing some good D, and they keep a lot of teams from blowing them out, bro. Somehow, some way. Kudos to Mayo out there, the head coach, man. But because them boys, they come ready to play every week. I don't care who the hell they playing. Them boys come ready to play, dog. And that defense be playing. They just need a few more players, and we'll see what May end up doing. But I think Miami gonna be just a bit too much. They seem like they trying to get their stride back with Tua coming back. So yeah, I'm picking the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll disagree with you guys here. I'm going with the Patriots here. I like what I see from Drake May. I know this team doesn't have the weapons on the offensive side of the ball, but Drake May has been playing really good football. Another one, a good young quarterback. Once again, that was available in the draft this year, which was we're looking like it's possibly potentially going to be an all-time great quarterback draft class when it's all said and done. Potentially, these guys have been. You got good play from Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix is out there balling, and Caleb Williams. Like I said, he's had some moments here and there. So, looking like Drake, I think Drake May can lead the way here against a just so-so Dolphins team. Like you said, you hit the nail on the head. The Patriots defense has been absolutely rock solid, man. Keeping them in every game, and they go out there and they don't quit. And this team, they tend to play traditionally well against the Dolphins. As a matter of fact, they play pretty well. For some reason, something about the matchup against the Dolphins that brings the best out of the Patriots, and I think they get the job done in this one this week. I'm going to pick the Patriots. All right, here we go. Tampa Bay Buccaneers head to the MetLife Stadium, taking on the New York Giants. Both teams coming off the bye week. New York Giants starting Tommy DeVito at quarterback. Who you got, Cool Cat?
Mac, man. I wish I could say Giants, man, but we talking Tampa Bay, man. We talking Tampa Bay. I think is Mike Evans playing today?
Mike Evans is back in the lineup.
Yeah, it don't matter, man. I'm sorry.
It wouldn't have mattered anyway.
It don't matter. I'm sorry, Mac. I can't do it, man. I gotta say the Bucs. The Bucs need this win more than the Giants because let's be real, the Buccaneers trying to get that division in the NFC South, so they need this win a lot more than y'all. So I gotta say the Bucs.
Yeah, you already know who I'm picking, man. I ain't even gonna get into it. I done talked about the Giants enough, man. I'm going with the Bucs.
Yeah, I'm right there with you fellas, man. Look, I can't do it either. I can't even put my fan hat on for this one. I can't imagine. I can't see a scenario where the Giants win this football game today against the Bucs, man. I just don't see it happening. Another big divisional matchup. Well, it would have been a big divisional matchup. Probably not so much luster on it now, but you got the Dallas Cowboys traveling to Washington, taking on the Commanders. Who you got, Cool?
I wish it was a tie, but I know it can't be. So just give me the Commander because there's no way I'm picking the other team. I can't do it. Last time I did it last time I tried to do it on Bird Talk with Cool Cat, I almost threw up in my mouth. So let me choose the Commander before I start doing that again. I almost threw up in my mouth saying the other team, so let me just say Commanders.
Yeah. I'm with you. There's no way I'm picking the daggone Cowgirls, man. There's no way I'm picking them.
I almost threw up in my mouth last live stream I did. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm going with the Commanders, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Commanders to show up this week and get the job done. Put together a complete 4 quarters, man. This is a big game for the Commanders because right now, Commanders lose this game. I think that kind of it'll hurt them a little too much. This is a big time game for them. They got to get the win so they can keep pace with the Philadelphia Eagles right now.
Especially with Bland out, with Diggs out. With CD a little banged up and Zach Martin out. If you can't beat this team, then good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I tend to agree with that. Like, if they can't win this game against the Cowboys today, I pretty much think stick a fork in them. And it's the Eagles division the rest of the way, just without any real competition. So, I'm going with the Commanders here today, just to keep pace with the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to Charlotte to take on the Panthers.
Chiefs. Next.
You on Chiefs?
Chiefs. Sorry, Panthers. Y'all don't even got a chance.
I'm going to assume Phillies.
Yeah. I'm not picking Carolina. There's no way. The Chiefs for sure. I'll go with the Chiefs for sure.
They're not playing the Giants this week.
Nah.
Coming off their bye week, but they're not playing the Giants this week. So, yeah, I definitely Kansas City all the way. Carolina's not a good football team. The Giants that's just how bad the Giants are, as we all saw in Germany a couple weeks ago. But
I swear,
interesting matchup.
Tennessee versus Texans and Broncos versus Raiders. These games, I swear, Give me the Texans. These games, I swear.
Got the Texans here.
Yeah. These
Who you got,
games,
Sports Rap?
All right, so I'm going with the Texans, man. I'm gonna ride with the Texans on this one. I feel like they get their stride back, and I would like to see Stroud play a little better than what I've seen last couple games, man. So I'm going with the Texans.
Yeah, I agree, man. Houston too in this one. Tennessee is also another just really bad football team. They just continue to find ways to lose every week. Texans, like you said, I would like to see a little better play from CJ Stroud as well. But at the same time, he's still not making those critical mistakes, either costing the team victories either.
Yeah.
So and got Nico Collins back in the lineup. So I think Houston. I think they win this one in a blowout, man, at home.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely going Houston.
Yep.
All right. AFC West battle, man. The Denver Broncos, the Las Vegas Raiders. Bo Nix coming off a career day a week ago, man. What you guys got in this one?
I'll go Broncos here. I'll go Broncos. The Raiders need, just like the Giants, the Raiders need a quarterback in the worst way possible. The best way for them to get it is to lose. So give me the Broncos.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. I'm gonna tell you what though, the Broncos defense surprised me this year. I wasn't ready to see this, man, but they've been one of the top defensive teams. If I'm not wrong, they lead the league in sacks, which is crazy because I didn't even know. I didn't expect that. Yeah, I didn't expect that. So, with that being said, that means Raiders ain't got enough, and the Broncos should win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. Broncos defense is not overwhelming the Raiders offense. I think it's just too much. And Bo Nix, I don't expect him to have a game like he did a week ago every week. Obviously, he's not come out and put those kind of numbers every week, but he's been playing. He's been consistently getting better each and every week. And I think he'll still do enough in this one to get the job done against the Raiders. So I've got to go with Denver here. Mm-hmm. Surprise team in this league this season, by the way. Nobody expected the Broncos to be this competitive, by the way. I thought they were expected to be one of the worst teams in the league, and they're definitely not that. So next up, we got one of the big ones for the big matchups of the week. 49ers, a desperate 49er team going to Green Bay, man, taking on the Packers, man. What you got, Cool Cat?
I'll say Green Bay, but don't be surprised about the 49ers, especially with Jordan Love's interception problem. But it's in Lambeau. It'll probably snow, so I'll give it to Green Bay, but don't be surprised about the 49ers, especially Jordan Love throwing interceptions, but still give it to Green Bay.
Yeah, man, I'm with you, Cool Cat. Like, this is one of them games where 49ers will mess around and win, bro. And they'll be like, who is this quarterback? Who is this quarterback they got that came in there and played? Because they still got McCaffrey. I can see them using McCaffrey and Debo to not have to throw the ball so much. That quarterback probably is going to throw the ball maybe 20 times all game, bro. Mm-hmm. They're going to try to run and get it to Kittle. I think he's coming back this game, is he?
I think so. I gotta check the injury report. I think so.
Yeah, I think so. They need him to come back. Yeah. So but it's going to be close. But I think Green Bay edged it out. But I really think it's going to be a very, very close game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Leaning towards the Packers here, man, because this is a consistency standpoint. The 49ers team has been so inconsistent all season. I think the Packers just find a way to get it done, get this one done. I think Jordan Love, even though he's had a bit of a turnover issue this season, I still believe that he makes the plays when it matters the most, and he's been doing that all season. And I still like them at home against the 49ers, a struggling 49ers team. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with Green Bay here.
Yep.
And then next up, another divisional matchup, a big-time divisional matchup, first, second place. The top two teams in the NFC West, I believe. Arizona 6-4, Seattle 5-5. So Arizona up in Seattle though. This game's up in Seattle, man. Who you got between Arizona and Seattle? This is a big time matchup in the NFC West.
I got the Arizona Cardinals, but just like Green Bay and 49ers, don't be surprised if Seattle wins this game. So, but I'm leaning towards the Arizona Cardinals here. They need this win because the Rams are coming. Of course, the 49ers, if they win this game versus Green Bay, is coming. And Seattle, if they win this game, they'll be first place. So the Cardinals need this win more than ever. So give me the Arizona Cardinals.
Got you, man. I'm gonna, man. Kyler Murray been playing crazy, bro.
Yeah, he has.
He's been playing crazy, but the Seahawks secondary still is tight. They still like. I'm gonna go Seattle by a hair on this one, man. I'm gonna go Seattle by a hair. But I wouldn't be surprised if Kyler Murray pulled this crap out, bro. Because he's balling this year. But yeah, Seattle by a hair.
Yes,
definitely is. I do like what I've been seeing from Arizona this season. They've been in every game pretty much for the most part. And right now they're at the top of their division in the NFC West. But I think Seattle is a very tough place to go, even though division rival. I'm gonna go with Seattle on a nail biter here. I think Seattle wins this one like game-winning field goal or something like that. I'm gonna go with Seattle on this one, man, and this big NFC West matchup, man. But this is definitely a big one for that within that division right now. So we'll see what Arizona's truly made of, and if they're ready to take maybe another step towards winning that division. But I'm gonna go with Seattle.
Yeah.
All right. Sunday night football. I think this is gonna be a very, very fun game. Two of the more explosive offenses in the league. I think this game has track meet written all over it. Philadelphia Eagles traveling out to LA, taking on them Los Angeles Rams. Cool cat, do I even have to ask?
Exactly. You should already know what I'm about to say. Jalen Freakins! Simple as that. Go on. Click that button. Go ahead.
Philly Sports Rap, who you got in this one, man?
Yeah. So hold on one second here. Hold on one second. I gotta make sure I'm all right, I was doing something. I had to get done with it real quick before I even talk about this one, man.
Yep.
All right. So, man. All right. Philly got 3 games coming up. That's tough. You got the Rams. We still got the Ravens, and we got the Steelers coming.
Yep.
I know we won 10 games in a row last year. I don't think we're going to get 10. I think one of these 3 we're going to drop. I think we're going to drop the Ravens. So with that said, I'm picking Philly tonight to beat the Rams, but I think it's going to be closer than everybody think, man. But I'm looking forward to it because I need to see is Guantanamo Bay for real.
Yep.
Because they got receivers that they can throw at these boys. So Quinyon not going to have no plays off. You're going to be looking at Kupp or Nacua all day long. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be a big test for us defensive-wise to see if we're really playing like everybody is talking about. You know what I mean? Hopefully it ain't getting to the boys' head. But I think Philly by 3 in this game, man. Believe it or not, picking Philly by 3.
Yep.
Right, this is interesting. Like I said, this is going to be a fun one, I think. Like I said, track meet written all over this game. You got 2 teams that bring to the table, solid quarterback play, good quarterback play. Both have good running backs. I would give the Eagles the edge, though, and the running back department, obviously, with Saquon Barkley, just, like I said, a special talent. But Connor Williams is definitely no slouch by no means. But then you get to the receivers in this football game, and you're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, they're 1 and 2. Then you go to the Rams, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, they're 1 and 2. I mean, these 2 teams have the best 1-2 combination at wide receiver than any other teams in the league right now, and they're facing off on Sunday Night Football in the prime time out in nice sunny LA. So weather's not going to be an issue. It's going to be probably beautiful weather out there Sunday night tonight in this football game. The Rams right now, they start off to a very slow start this season, but because the division has been so kind of just mediocre, they're still right in the thick of things right now. And if Seattle can beat Arizona and the Rams can win this game, right, the Rams will all of a sudden find themselves in first place in the NFC West division, man. This Rams team, I think, is dangerous, man. Since the return of Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp back into the lineup, this offense has just transcended to a different level. Man.
Oh, right.
They are putting up crazy numbers.
I almost forgot Devontae Smith out.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
So that's a little factor. That'll factor into some things too. I mean, obviously, Eagles have plenty of other weapons as well, but that's a big one to lose.
Yep.
Man.
And
yeah. My fault. Yeah, because I was worried about this Devontae Smith, man, and his hamstring, man. I really worried about that because I'm almost to the point where it's like, yo, do we need to sit him so we have him for crunch time? I'd rather sit him now than fight through and then come playoffs, we don't have him available at all.
Yeah.
Trust me, man. You want to get that hamstring right, man. You don't want to go out there too soon and then reactivate it, and then you're out for just long term. So definitely want to get hamstring injuries are tricky. So I'm not a hater here, but I'm gonna go with the Rams. Those kind of games, both teams going up into the 30s. I think in this game, and I think it's gonna be a very fun, enjoyable game to watch. And I'm gonna definitely have my popcorn ready for this one, man. But I like the Rams in the close.
Yeah, I'll be right back, y'all. Before we wrap up, I got the Ravens in this game that you brought to pick. I'll be right back.
All right, bro. Baltimore and the Chargers on Monday night. Back out in LA, man. Getting double duty for that SoFi Stadium crew.
Yo, hey, I'm gonna tell you what though. I tell you what though, man, them hardballs know how to win, don't they? Because this joker left the 49ers, left the 49ers, go over to college and win, coming right back first year with the daggone Chargers. And he got these guys trying to get in these playoffs, bro.
Absolutely.
Like, so I say that because it's no giving. And these two brothers, they're, if I ain't mistaken, the last two times they played each other, it's been a battle, man. Like, it didn't matter who had who. So I wouldn't be surprised the Chargers got a good secondary. So it means that if the Ravens can't run the ball, the Chargers can beat them. Chargers can beat them, man. I don't know. It's just
absolutely.
It's a tough pick for me, bro. And I'm only gonna pick the Ravens just because they got Lamar, and I know to me he's just the X factor in any game. If you don't control Lamar, you ain't gonna win. There's no way you're gonna win that game. So that's the only why I'm picking them, just because of Lamar's ability to run, and you got Derrick Henry, and you always gotta respect. You gotta respect Derrick Henry and Lamar. So that's tough. That's tough, man. That's a lot on any defense. But I'm going to pick them because of those two. But, man, these Chargers ain't a joke, bro.
I picked the Ravens, but like Philly said, don't be surprised if the Chargers win, especially for this one factor. The Ravens got a short week because after the Chargers, they got to play us. So after this game, they got a short week to prepare for us. So I still got the Ravens, but don't be surprised about the Chargers.
Yeah, go ahead and get beat up, Ravens. Go ahead and get beat up.
They got a short week. They got a short week. They play Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday, Thursday. They got to get ready for us. So
yeah,
I got the Ravens winning, but don't be surprised. Get beat up, Ravens, please.
I'm going to definitely agree with you fellas here on this one, man. I like the Ravens in this one as well. I think that just matchup, I think they'll be a little too physical for the Chargers in this one, man. I think they'll be able to run that football. And the Chargers have a strong running game as well, but I think they'll have a tougher go at it against the Ravens defense than the Ravens will have against their defense. I think Ravens also respond well to adversity, a little adversity coming off that loss last week against the Steelers. I think they're coming out ready to respond on Monday night, and I think Lamar Jackson is going to go out there and have quite a night. Him and Derrick Henry both. I think that's going to be the X factor in this game. Those two will be the X factor, and that's going to get the job. They're going to get the job done on Monday night. So I'm penciling in the Raiders here. I mean the Ravens. Excuse me. Teams on a bye week this week, so not that many games, fellas. 6 teams on the bye.
Yeah, we winding down. We winding down, man. It's getting close.
Yeah, getting close to playoff time, man. Who's gonna get a wild card / division spot, and who's going home sitting on the couch with everybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know this ain't got
guys.
I know it ain't got nothing to do with the NFL, but before I'm out of here, I just want to say I feel sorry for my man Dion and the boys, man. I was hoping they get them a playoff berth, but it don't look like that's gonna happen after that L they took yesterday, man.
Yep.
No, not losing to Kansas.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, any final thoughts before you guys get up out of here and tell them where you can find y'all?
For me, y'all know what it is. Cool Cat Connor representing the Birds, the most entertaining Eagles content creator in the game. Cool Cat Mitch and Birds of Broad Street every Monday with me, Mitch, Moan, One Trey Rock, and Smitty. To later on today, kickoff and get Cool Cat game day and aftermath. Just fly, Eagles, fly, and go Birds.
For sure, man. Hey, again, Philly Sports Rap, man. It's just Philly Sports Rap on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Philly Sports Rap. Again, but I gotta apologize to the masses, man, and my hardcore sports network crew, man. I've been having a crazy work schedule, and I've been trying to get on these Wednesday pickup shows, man. And at 48, I'll be asleep, man. It's like I ain't realize. I used to tease my mom all the time about going to bed early, but man, I'd be asleep before 8 o'clock, bro. I'd be up there trying to hang, and it don't be working, yo. So y'all forgive me, man, but I'ma hop up there, dog.
I feel you, man. I feel you, bro, on that one, because that's how I'm home be doing them late night New York Giants streams like 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, man.
So,
yeah, bro. Yes, sir. Man. Definitely good. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Good seeing y'all, man. Glad to be up here with y'all today.
Yep.
No doubt. Appreciate it, man. And y'all can definitely catch me at Mac the Giants Fan on all platforms: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Mac the Giants Fan, the way it's spelled up on the screen, MACDA Giants Fan. And definitely go out there and support the Hardcore Sports Network. Continuously growing, man.
Yeah.
Continuously growing and making some noise in the sports world, content creators.
For sure.
Everything you got everything covered. Football, basketball, baseball, everything. Wrestling, got it all covered, bro. So just go there, support the Hardcore Sports Network. Most definitely appreciate it. But I am Mac the Giants Fan. This is Cool Cat Connor. It's Philly Sports Rap, man. Enjoy the games. Week 12, man.
Go Birds.
That freaking hurts, baby. Let's go.
All right, brothers. What the fuck?